Hi everyone, I know it's been such a long time since I last uploaded a video, but here I am back with another one. Today I'll be talking about 5 important things that will help you improve your English skills. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is to converse regularly. One of the most important things that helps you improve your English skills is to have a conversation with someone for at least 15 to 30 minutes a day. You can find a friend whose learning level is almost the same as yours, or have a conversation with a family member who has a certain level of fluency over the language. But don't be upset if you cannot find somebody to talk to. There are a wide range of platforms available on the internet and social media networking sites such as Facebook that helps you find like-minded people to have a conversation with. But if you have trouble talking to strangers, or if you're not comfortable with the concept of talking to people that you don't know, then you can always record yourself. Pick a topic of your choice. It could be anything, starting from something very simple like what is your favorite dish to something like a technology that you like working with. And then record yourself speaking for 5 to 10 minutes, or it could last even up to 30 minutes. And replay the same recording and listen to it. And find out where you're making the mistakes and try to rectify them. Your pronunciation is what matters. Make sure that when you're replaying the video and listening to yourself that you're working on the pronunciation. If you feel like you're making some mistakes, search for the word on the internet, listen to it and rectify your mistake at the earliest. Tip number 2 is to set a daily word goal. Expanding your vocabulary is something that anyone who's learning English should focus on. It will ensure that you're not running out of words when you're having a conversation with someone, and make the conversation much more interesting and meaningful. Pick a word of your choice and learn its meaning, pronunciation and usage. So something that I would like to stress here is that you should focus more on the usage of the word. I know a lot of people who learn the pronunciation and the meaning of the word but are unaware of how to use that particular word in a context. If you want to strike a meaningful conversation with someone, usage is very important. And if you're aware of how to use that word, then the entire conversation becomes very meaningful. So that reminds me of my school days when we were asked to carry pocket dictionaries to classrooms, and all those who did not get a dictionary were kicked out of the classrooms. So each person, according to their roll number, were asked to present 5 words, and we would take notes of these words. And at the end of the month, the teacher used to ask questions to each and every single person in the classroom, and we had to answer. And points were also rewarded based on the answers that we gave out. But I think today, people who are learning English do not have to take a dictionary and look up the meaning of the word or do any of those things, because all the information that you require is easily accessible on the internet, and you have a wide range of platforms that helps you facilitate that. An app that I would recommend to everyone who's trying to improve your vocabulary is the Vocabulary Builder app, which is available on Play Store. So this app basically suggests you a word every single day. You have word of the day, word of the week, word of the month. And every single day you can open the app and learn a new word. If you want to learn more words, you can do that as well. And you can take up quizzes which are available on this app, which helps you keep track of your progress. And that can be very beneficial in the long run. Which brings us to our third point, start journaling. I know it sounds very old-fashioned, but it can help you a lot. Sometimes it's not possible for you to remember and recollect all the words that you've learned in a span of time when you're striking a conversation with someone. It is totally normal to forget these words. So make sure that you're inculcating the habit of using words when you're learning them. So journaling can be very beneficial. And you can write about literally anything in your journal. I know, considering the pandemic situation, there won't be a lot of activities happening in our lives, which is why you can take up any topic that you like. It could be about your favorite astronaut, a movie that you watched recently, or about gardening or any activity that you like to do in your pastime. Write about it. And there are plenty of apps available out there on the internet for you. You can download apps from Play Store and you can start writing about anything you want. But personally, I would recommend the traditional pen and paper method. The feeling of buying a book and then writing something that you like to write about is a pleasant feeling. Tip number 4 is listening to a podcast. I know I've mentioned in my previous video about listening to a podcast, but I'm reiterating the same thing again because of its importance. There are a wide range of podcasts available on the internet, and some of them that I would personally recommend are the ones from BBC and British Council, and you can listen to these whenever you want. People these days watch a lot of content on digital streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime. But what happens most of the time is that people tend to give a lot of importance on the video and the subtitles that is being played on the screen and very less emphasis on the audio. If you're somebody who's trying to learn the language, then you need to give a lot of importance to the audio. But if you're just watching it for entertainment purpose, it is totally fine. And coming back to podcast, a lot of people might have the idea that podcasts are very boring. But this is not actually true. Podcasts can be very interesting. And it covers a wide range of categories. For example, if you're somebody who likes to watch something humorous or funny, then you have the perfect podcast for that. And if you're somebody who likes something mysterious or even soap operas, then you have the perfect ones available on websites like BBC's and on British Council apps. The final and the most important tip that people tend to ignore is to think in English. People who are learning English have the tendency to think in their own mother tongue and then translate the sentence back into English. What I would like to mention here is that the sentence structure and formation in English might not be similar in your mother tongue. So the sentences that you're translating directly could be incorrect or they would sound a little odd. So when you're having a conversation with someone, make sure that you're thinking in English, and that will make the conversation very meaningful. Before wrapping up the video, I would like to mention a few things. These days, there are a lot of paid apps, courses and tutors available on the internet that helps you improve your English. Although they can act as a form of supplement and accelerate your learning, they're not absolutely necessary. I was able to learn English without the help of any of these paid options. Besides, internet is a free space. You can always go in and dive in and explore the different options that you have and learn English free of cost. If you are preparing for an exam or you're running short of time, then you can always opt for personal trainers or paid courses. But if you have ample amount of time, you can learn every single day and keep track of your progress. And remember, consistency is key. Another thing that I would like to talk about is the attention that different kind of apps have been gaining these days. People pay thousands of rupees for hours just to speak to a native English speaker. I would like to remind everyone that accent is not important and that your accent doesn't matter. If you're able to convey the message to the speaker and they're able to understand your message clearly and precisely, that's all that matters. So remember that even if you don't have a foreign or a polished fancy accent, it's totally fine. Just work on your pronunciation and make sure that your message is conveyed properly. Happy learning and have a good day. Bye.